How y'all doing out there, good people? How's everyone doing on this beautiful Sunday evening? How is everyone doing? It's a beautiful Sunday. We had a little revamping going on, so I'm going to let people get some time to tune in so we can begin to get to the 210th episode. Tell a friend that the educated one is live. Tell a friend that your brother, Educational Gilmore, is live. Tell a friend that your brother, Coach Wu, is live. And we are live. Let's hit that share button, people. You know the drill. You know what it is. You know we do what we do when we come to do it. Okay. Before I get into this, for some reason, every time I try to do stuff the new way, it's always technical difficulties. But nonetheless, I mean, we're here, we're doing what we do. Today, I have a gentleman up here with me. I'm going to let him introduce himself in a jiffy. But I do want to get through some housekeeping, if you will. Matter of fact, no, why don't we do this? Why don't we let you introduce yourself? Coach, who's this guy up here with this bull hat sitting with you? So we'll let you introduce yourself. We'll jump into housekeeping, and we'll just go right along. So introduce yourself, young fella.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Daniel Ali, here in Jersey City. I'm here tonight to kick it with my brother here, Coach Wu, and talk a little bit about a book that I wrote and a film as well that's coming out based on the book. We have both the original version, and this version is representative of the film that'll be coming out later this year. And we just want to talk a little bit about that and explain from my perspective how it relates to things that are going on in Jersey City today.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, young fella. So I do just want to get through some brief housekeeping here. First and foremost, huge shout out to the community. We had the memorial for the two young children that lost their life in the fire. Wait, before we even do that, I want to give a rest in peace shout out to the young lady on Clark Street who subsequently lost her life in a fire. So we'll do a brief moment of silence for that young lady, Miss Billinger. Thank you very much. So yeah, it was a tragic fire. I think that was Wednesday or Thursday of this week. We lost another one of our local heroes, man. Rest in peace. My condolences to the family. As always, if you need anything, if I can help in any way, please reach out to me. The daughter have already reached out to me, so we'll make sure we get some efforts together to ensure that we're helping everyone out. So again, man, the parade and the community response, right? It was, oh my goodness, on Wednesday, it was just a thing of beauty, right? For all of us to come together, for us to, be there with Ange, to hug her, to encourage her, to help her in this fight, right? Because it's going to be hard. She's not going to get over it just tonight. As well as the father, shout out to my boy, Fu as well. The community just stood strong, man. It stood strong, and I'm extremely happy at, the efforts in which we show that we are, in fact, one community strong. So I'm very appreciative of that, seeing my community do that. Also, man, huge shout out to Bless, man. They did a fundraiser for the young lady and her two kids yesterday. Nice turnout, man. Nice gathering, nice turnout, nice, lively time, man. It was actually my first time out in a venue like that in quite some time, man. So huge shout out to Bless, man. And on that note, I'll be on the Bless podcast, people. Somebody hit that share button. I'll be on the Bless podcast this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Your brother, Educational Gilmore, is going to be in the building. Shout out to my brothers and sisters and Blessed Blacks and Law Enforcement Service in the community. I'll be on there. I'll share it live from my page, from the Blessed page. Please tune in. Please ask your questions. And let's just work, man. You know my motto, roll your sleeves up and get to work. So we're just going to work. So again, this is the 210th episode. Before I indulge Brother Ali, I do want to briefly talk about some disturbing news. So an article came out, a video clip came out of Jersey City's 911 operations not being what it needs to be. There are reports of people calling 911 having to wait 10, 15 minutes, right? There are reports of people calling 911 and getting no answer, people. I don't know about you and you thinking it's not that big of a deal and the severity is not there. Man, I can't think of any other demoralizing situation other than you calling 911 for emergency assistance and there's delayed in that process. I don't care what the problem is. Fix it. Fix it. And God, yo, the response of this administration and everything, it's just ludicrous at this point. The city spokeswoman said that the reality is that we have the best 911 response time in a country.
Sounds like a Trump thing.
Like, are you kidding me? Now we're going to look into this. We're going to address this in a timely manner to ensure the constituents and the residents of Jersey City feel safe when they utilize this service. Her only response was, the reality is. Well, the reality is people are calling 911 and they're being delayed. And so I posted the video to my page, right? And to my surprise, I'm going to be honest, people were inboxing me and commenting like, oh, y'all late. This is nothing new.
Right. I think Flavor Flav told us years ago 911 is a joke.
It's a joke in your town. Goodness gracious. But I ain't gonna, I literally thought that, well, I ain't gonna say I thought, I was really hoping that it wasn't as severe as it, appeared to be. But that's something that's very important, especially seeing the tragedies that just took place recently, right? That just took place recently. We just had 2 fatal fires, a fatal shooting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the difference between surviving and dying can be 5 seconds.
Sure can.
The response, it is extremely important.
And let's make sure that people understand. You're not talking about how long it's taking for emergency response to get there.
No.
Waiting on the phone to get answered.
Exactly. We're talking about if we call it boop, 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 911, this is just a preliminary, I got a problem, a situation at this block, right? Them navigating to get to the scene is another conversation. Another conversation as we become an extremely condensed city. That's a whole nother conversation. In fact, it's a whole nother show. I'm specifically talking about the response time for that operator to pick up. Under any circumstance. I can't think of a justifiable circumstance where there's a delay in 911.
Yeah.
I can't think of any.
Absolutely not.
No justifiable circumstance. So, people, I say that to say, right? We got to start fielding the mayor's office, writing, emailing, and calling out. It's just not acceptable. It is not acceptable for that 911 operator. For one, it's not, because I heard stories of it was undermanned. We didn't have a lot of people or whatever. But I don't. Exactly. The public safety is the biggest budget. Figure it out, Steven. Figure it out, Shay. Y'all gotta figure it out. It is just wrong on so many levels, man. And it's like it's not safe. It is not safe. Something has to be done about that. So that's what I wanted to say before I begin to indulge my brother Danny right here. So people, get your questions, your comments ready for my brother Danny. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give away some books. All right, and you know the drill. How do you win on a community show? How do you win? How do you enter to win these giveaways? Right? I think it's gonna be gift cards with these. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but it's going to be something else. It's going to be something else. So all you have to do, right, is share this video and inbox me a number. Not your phone number, people. A number that I can put in the hat and shake it up and draw it out. Some people will send me their phone numbers. Not your phone number. Just send me a number. You have to share the video, and you have to inbox me a number either on Educational Gilmore Speaks page or the Educational Gilmore page with the cartoon profile picture, or the Educational Gilmore page with me up there looking like Incredible Hulk in an orange shirt. So there's 3 different pages, and subsequently on Instagram there's another page. So it's 4 different pages that people will have access to submit their number for that. Now, to Mr. Ali. So Mr. Ali, right? In a nutshell, right? This book. First and foremost, why did you want to write a book? Who are you to write a book?
Well, that's a good question. I appreciate that. I think that's something that should be looked at. I think as black and brown people, we rely on other people all the time to tell our stories. And I think that it's important that we begin to learn and understand the importance of telling our own stories so that we can get it right. Many times if you look at the way we're portrayed and the way we're depicted in film, it's always in a negative light. The story that you think about, like a gangster kind of story, that's been told 1,001 times, 1,000 different ways. And every time it's done, whenever it comes to, if you think about New Jack City, you think about Training Day, anything, whenever it comes to the black or the brown person that's the criminal, he's always portrayed in a very one-dimensional, very low way. The human nature of him is never really expressed. One of my favorite films and one of my favorite books of all time is The Godfather. I'm sure everybody's seen that. And you think about The Godfather, and you think about Don Corleone. That character is very beloved. You fall in love with that character because you see his human side. You see the love he had for his family, the sense of honor and dignity and respect that he carried, even though he was a criminal. But we never get to be seen in that light. We're always seen as just being one way, as if, like a Nino Brown character.
Exactly. That's the only way you people can be portrayed. So with this story, Love in the Game, it's really, there's a lot of gangsterism in it. It's a lot of street, because it's about the street. It's about Jersey City and the streets in Jersey City. But the character, it's also a love story. It's about the power that love has to be able to actually change a person or help a person to change themselves. Because when love gets in the mix, all bets are off. So I wanted to tell a story, I wanted to express some things that I know from my own personal experiences, from the experience of people that I've been around growing up in Jersey City. The experience of my father, who was out here in the streets, and other people like Jimmy Moore and Dave Rogers, and even in more modern times, Peter Barnes and Cool Cal and all these. These, like I know, we know these people. We know that they weren't just crazy killers, thugs. These were men who were great men who probably could have done anything in a society that would have allowed them another outlet. So, okay. Well, it's interesting that you tied in kind of like the old Junie Moores, and then you brought it to the Peter Barnes and the Cool Cows and things like that. So what inspired you to write this book, like from a personal standpoint? Like what inspired you? I know you said that you want to tell a story from a black narrative perspective. But when I say inspiration, are you looking like, well, this story has to get out there, or I like this author, I read this book, so inspiration along those lines, influential inspiration, I should say.
Oh, like another author, for example?
Yeah, other authors.
I would have to say Edwin Torres.
Okay.
Edwin Torres is to me was in fact the approach or the style that I wrote this book in, which is written very much in first person. You're really getting an insight into the main character's thinking. It's not, such a narrative. It's him telling his story himself. That style was one that I got from Edwin Torres, who I thought was, did phenomenally with books like Q&A and After Hours, Carlito's Way. So his ability to bring that style to writing was very influential to me.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. So, give the audience just like not a tell-all, but just like a little glimpse on what exactly this book is about. What's the plot?
All right, well, basically, Love and Game is a story of a young Afro-Brazilian brother named Adriano de Souza, who is from Jersey City, lives in Jersey City, and grows up
So
in
it's not a true story. It's a semi-true story. It's a fictional character with some real elements attached to it.
There you go. And one of the most, believe it or not, before I get further into what the book is actually about, one of the most important characters in the book is Jersey City itself.
Oh, wow! You brought the hood to the book.
Man, he lived on the hill.
Oh, shout out to okay. All right.
So, what I mean? Everything, all of the streets and places that I reference are all places right here in Jersey City for real. He tells a story about things that he experienced and where he experienced it in Jersey City, from Bidwell to Boswick to downtown to, you know what I mean? So, and any of us that live and grew up in, from Jersey City, you might be a little surprised. Some of the stuff some people see some things.
And some people will remember exactly. Like, oh, I remember that. Okay, so this is a book in a movie.
Well, that's the thing. Originally, it's the book. I originally published the book in June of last year, 2020. And the response that I got from the book was so positive and so strong. And everybody was telling me the same thing. It was like, yo, this should be a movie. I can see this.
Oh, so initially you just was writing a book.
Just writing a book.
But the response from the actual book.
Yes.
So there's a movie.
There is a movie, yes.
Oh,
the movie's done. We shot the movie on location right here in Jersey City in September.
Okay, no, so so how can we get this? Is it a package deal? Like, how is this?
Well, right now, the film we have not released yet.
Okay, the film is not released,
no, it's not.
but it's complete. So it's a matter of ironing out contractual, public, and things like that.
We're going to be submitting to some of the top film festivals.
Hey, all right.
So, a lot of the film festivals have a first preview clause where your film cannot have been viewed publicly on other locations, other than their platform. So, and the interesting thing, as I'm going through film festivals for the film, and I just want to point this out for everybody from Jersey City, I'm going through the different platforms, and we have a film festival here, Golden Door Film Festival.
In Jersey City?
In Jersey City.
Okay.
Now, it's interesting. You know why you don't know about it? Because if you go to their website and I ask you to do that, you look and see, you won't see anybody that looks like you or me on that page.
Oh, wow.
So it's very, very indicative of the things that are happening in Jersey City now.
So wait. We have a film festival right here in Jersey City. And it's not a proper display of our diversity.
Not at all. When Jersey City is arguably the most diverse city in the United States, they're saying now.
Well, they said in the United States.
Most diverse city, and you and I know that to be true. You would not know it from looking at that film festival, because it looks exactly like the Jersey City that they're trying to create, which is a Jersey City that is
not inclusive of all people.
Right. So my point is, I as a Jersey City person, a resident, from here, born in Margaret Haig Hospital, I forego that festival. I don't even want to be a part of it.
The Beacon. He was born in the Beacon.
Yeah, what's the Beacon now, right? But we're set to go into some other ones. The Harlem Film Festival is one that we're going to be in. The Bronze Lens in Atlanta is one that I'm very excited about. There's a Black and Latino festival that we're going to go to in Florida. So we're scheduled for a lot of those
to do some
festivals.
things.
So the film is in the can. It's done. It was completed. I was blessed to work with some very, very talented people. My two main actors, who are professional actors, both of them from New York, although the young lady, her name is Michelle Batista, she's really originally from New Jersey but lives in New York now.
Okay.
And the main character, the young man who played the main character, Mr. Chet Fernandez, they did a fantastic job bringing in. These are just them on the cover there.
Oh, those are actually them.
That's actually.
Now,
that's actually.
in this book, right, with these characters and these situations, do you see yourself in any of these? Is there any quote unquote like tell-alls of yourself or some incident you may have partook in, or some behavioral traits in the characters in which you display?
Well, we go back a little ways.
Yeah, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir.
So, this is a work of fiction. Let's get
that out there.
But I would have to say yeah.
You would say yeah, okay.
I mean, and also things to do with my father, who was, very involved back in the day in the 60s, 70s, and even in the early 80s. The book is actually timelined in the 90s, which is, I think, the golden age for the street. A lot of what we see out here now, the game is dead. It just hasn't been buried yet.
Yeah, it's scary. So, this is a self-published project.
Correct.
You got money like that to be
actually, it's not
self-publishing. What's going on?
The film was an expense, but I did have a lot of support from a lot of good people who stepped up and financially contributed, in addition to what monies I put into the film. I received a lot of support from friends and family, who made contributions.
Okay.
And even yourself.
Hey, man, you ain't had to put that out there, man.
Contributed. No, credit should be given where credit is due. And let me take a minute, if I could, right now. I just want to digress for a second. I wanted to commend you personally, because I know you, I know your history. I know the building that we're sitting in right now is the building where other things used to be.
Yes, sir.
Years back.
Yes, sir.
And when I talked about us writing our own stories, it goes beyond stuff like this. It also has to do with our lives, because everything we do in our lives is a story. We're telling ourselves a story based on what we believe about ourselves and about our environment. But you are an example of someone who has rewritten his story, has wrote a new script for his story. And, that should be applauded and commended, because I know what you came from, and I know where you are now. And that's impressive to me.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I remember you as a young man.
Yeah.
So I know. What I mean? And so to see the things you do now, is very, very, should be applauded. And, whether you did nothing else other than what you're doing with your family, taking care of your family and being a good father and a good husband, if you did nothing else, that in itself is
commendable. Yes, yeah. I appreciate that, man. So a lot of people don't know, the late great Glenn Cunningham was your uncle.
Yeah, that's my mother's brother.
Your mother's brother.
Right, that's Uncle Glenn. Yeah, and he was a big influence in my life, actually.
Okay.
My mother lives in Atlanta, and I actually finished high school. I went to high school and everything in Atlanta. So Atlanta is like as much home to me as Jersey is even. My mother, my sister, my oldest daughter, my grandchildren are all in Atlanta.
All in Atlanta.
And when my mother first moved to Atlanta to get set up, she left my sister and I here, so she could get things together. She was starting a new career and everything. And we lived with my uncle on Boston Avenue.
With Glenn, you lived with Glenn, okay.
Yeah, we did. He was always that, like a father figure, you know what I mean? Because my father wasn't around. I mean, I knew who my father was, but my father was, he spent half his life in the street and the other half in prison. So
Okay.
you know what I
So
mean?
your uncle, in essence, was like that
Yeah.
father figure.
Right.
So, I guess a side note here, because we diverged a little bit from the book, but it's still all good. So, if you're looking at your uncle, right, and you're looking at the legacy he left, and you're looking at the current political climate. What would Glenn say right now? What do you think Glenn would say?
Well, you know what? If he were here, it wouldn't be like
It wouldn't be like this. Okay.
One of the most ironic things to me, and I know I put myself in a spot, being that I still have employment ties with the city, but it is what it is. One of the most ironic things that, to me, in the whole political structure is that the man who I feel is most responsible for taking us away from the legacy of my uncle was introduced to the game by my uncle.
Wow.
And
That's crazy.
that right there,
That's crazy.
is really, really ironic to me that would happen, and how he could stray so far away from the ideals and principles that he first espoused when he came on the scene. It was disappointing, to say the least.
Okay. So we don't have a date for the film, right? We don't
Well,
know.
no. Well, we're gonna the film festivals that we're submitting to begin in the summer and
In the
fall.
summertime. Okay.
What I will be doing though is I will be doing some private screenings, some invitation-only screenings for like some investors and people. Because the goal with this film, just so I can be clear, this film was shot as what we call a proof of concept film, which is basically like, if you're in the music business, before you get an album, you put out a single.
Yeah.
And on the strength of that single, you go and get
Exactly.
the
So
album.
you gauge
Right.
the response from the recipients, and
Right.
you should move left or right.
Right. The goal with this project is to get the funding that we needed to come back and do a larger project, which we want to do as a series. A limited series.
So this is essentially like a pitch, if you will.
Exactly. The film is what we consider a medium feature film. It's only 40 minutes long.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't even attempt to tell the whole story of the book. It's just giving you
a concept, a glimpse of what
Right.
exactly we're trying to encapsulate.
But what
here.
we're looking to do is to come back with something along the lines of what RZA did with the Wu-Tang story.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's that. What was that? The Bobby Digital.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one with the Wu-Tang American Saga.
Oh,
That-
okay. Don't remember. Oh, all right.
that one. So it's a limited series that we're looking to shoot, and we've been speaking with some people that are interested, and we've had a few showings of people that are interested, and it's about raising money now that we need to do that. We got some very interested people. I can't talk about who it is, but we got some very interested people
Okay.
that have the means to get this done and are looking to get involved with us in the project.
So, other than the books that we're going to give away for free, how can people go online? Or how do we order these?
It's available on Amazon.
Okay, it's on Amazon,
and
all right.
If you have Prime, of course, it's free shipping. You can go right. It's on Barnes and Noble and also on Google Play as well as ebook form. But Amazon is my primary carrier that I'm using. So if you go to my either my IG or my Facebook.
Well, I don't know. You got to tell them what your IG and your Facebook page is.
You can go to IG at Daniel Ali Writes, or you can go on Facebook at D Ali Writes, and you'll be able to get the link to the Amazon page where you can purchase it for I believe it's selling now at
$14.99. So they can go on Amazon to get your copy. Support your brother, man. It's good when we support one another and stand in unison. You know how I love to stand in unison with my brothers and sisters. So is this project right here? Is it going to be another one, or it's just like a one and done? You told the story. I'm not a writer. I'm out of this business.
Actually, I just finished a novella, which is like a shorter version of a novel. It's about 110 pages long. I'm completing it now, and it's going to be published this year as well. And I'm also project that I'm very excited about, which is a large project, and I've been working on it for a couple of years. I'm working on a biography of Cliff Perkins from Soul Generation, the world famous.
Shout out to my brother TP and Cliff Perk. That's crazy,
yeah,
yo.
I'm working on that now. Been working on it for the past 2 years.
Wow, that's legacy, man.
Yeah, that's a story that's going to be very, very popular, I think, with a lot of people. But I really want to do it right. I don't want to take, I don't want to take.
You don't want to shortchange. I'm not rushing it.
Somebody of the stature of Cliff and what he accomplished in the music business and what he means to Jersey City. I mean, I remember. You see, a lot of people don't. I remember as a little kid, hearing cars riding by with Body and Soul playing, and Cliff, I call him his Uncle Cliff to me. We're like family. His former wife, TP's mother, Glenda, and my mother grew up like this. So they the history between our families goes back many, many years. So I've always known Uncle Cliff growing up, and that relationship is very, very important to me. And doing justice to his story is very, very important.
That's dope, man. Shout out to my brother Cliff. We got a lot of comments here. I didn't even see these. The people are saying that they want an autobiography on Coach Wu. I
want that too.
I want to pay for. I will pay for an autograph.
Oh, absolutely.
Copy. Oh, okay. So yeah, if y'all want autographed copies, we definitely could work that out. There's so many comments here, and I can't even get to all these. I hate when these things do this, man. They don't let me see all the comments, but I can see it's 38 comments. People, they said, no, Glenn is not my uncle, it's Danny's uncle. They said, Woo, you look just like your uncle Glenn Cunningham. He was such a handsome man, and his wife was such a beautiful woman. That's Mr. Ali, uncle. They saying salute. Is your brother Troy?
That's my cousin. Troy's my first cousin.
Troy's his first cousin. Okay, some people are tuned in. Oh, Miss Dupree, Giovanna, how's everyone doing? Miss George, everybody. I'm sorry I didn't do my due diligence and acknowledge you people. Mark, I see you. What's going on, Mark? Coach Wu. Yeah, so they want an autographed book. My boy Coach C, what's going on?
What's up, Coach C?
Okay, I can't see all the comments for whatever reason, people, and I'm not gonna hurt myself. So, Mr. Ali, is there anything else you want the people to know?
If I could, I just want to take a minute. I just want to shout out some people.
Shout them out, man.
I just want to shout out my cousin Deshaun Gandy, who directed the film for me when I first decided that I wanted to turn the book into a film. Mm-hmm. I knew that I didn't have any experience in that area, but I knew my cousin that he did. He's award-nominated director and playwright, and he's an actor. So I reached out to him first and asked him what he thought, because he had read the book and he really loved the story. So I told him what I wanted to do, and he agreed to direct it for me. And through him, we were able to put together the team that we put together that was just phenomenal. From our DP, or director of photography, Noble, and the sound people, the lighting, the actors, the main two actors came also through him. And then people I want to shout out to Shanti Jordan, my brother Hassan Ali, who was in the film. Sharif was in the film. Izzy was in the film. She has a real small part. Darwin Roman, Dave Rika, Guillermo Fernandez. I know I'm missing a lot of people, but everybody.
That's why I just be like, shout out to everybody that helped me work on the project. Because people be like, yo, you ain't say my name. And I be like, I forgot, but it's not intentional. I ain't mean to do it. Right. So I just be like, shout out to everybody that's doing the work. Because I know I'm going to forget people. But, I mean, like you said, shout out to everybody. Everybody know what they did. So listen, people, if you want that copy of this book, if you want an autographed copy, holla at me. I'll screenshot, I'll send you his page. You can go to his page. Support your brother, man.
And any of the people that are connected to you that want the autographed copies, I can get them and have them here for you.
Okay.
And if also, I just want to for anyone that's interested.
Oh, the young lady said you're handsome. She's talking about not me. Now you just hurt me. I feel good when people was calling me. But she said you're handsome. You look just like your uncle.
Thank you. Thank
Are you available? Or look, it's doing an off screen laughing.
Actually, tell her to inbox me.
Oh, okay. Hey, man. My boy said inbox him, man. Hey.
One thing I would also like to say for anyone that might be interested, because as I said, we are moving forward with the series and getting it done and looking. We're in the process of getting the money together. But one of the things we're going to be doing is some Q&As and things with people related to the book. And so people that when these invitation only things we're going to use. When you read the book, you'll be able to come to us and then say, for example, present yourself for a particular role, a part that you think you might want to play in the series. And so we will be able to, we're going to have a call out at a certain time where people can come out and they'll be able to, hopefully things will open up soon where we'll be able to be out together a little bit more. And you can qualify yourself for a particular part that you might be interested in playing.
Oh wow, that's dope.
In the film.
That's dope.
So
that's
please,
dope. I like that.
I think it's very important that they get the book to read and understand so they know what the story is and they can see where they might fit in.
Okay. So I do, while I got you here, I do want to, because I know you well and I know you're very versed. Today is the death date of the great Malcolm X, right?
56 years ago today, about 5 or 6 hours ago, he was murdered in New York on Broadway in Harlem.
Yes. So I do, because it's still Black History Month, right? This is a significant event in American history, predominantly Black American history.
Yeah.
What, if anything, about the teachings of Malcolm X have influenced you?
Well, I mean, when we talk about that, we really are talking about the teachings of Elijah Muhammad. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was the author of the teaching that he received. And Malcolm, like myself, was a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But for me, setting aside any of the differences that came in the later years, Malcolm was certainly a figure that inspired me tremendously. His boldness and his brilliance, I was very much inspired by and affected by his ability to take what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave him and put it into the words so eloquently that he could reach the masses of people. It's very much like it was with in the Bible with Moses and his brother Aaron. Moses had a speech impediment according to the scriptures in the Bible and the Holy Quran, and couldn't speak well. And in fact, when God came to Moses originally to send him on his mission, Moses said to Allah, "Who am I to go to Pharaoh? I can't even talk right. I don't speak well." And so God gave him his brother Aaron to help him to speak for him. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, likewise, was not a charismatic speaker, but he was the source of the knowledge. And he put it in people like Malcolm, like Muhammad Ali, like Minister Farrakhan, like his son Wallace. And those brothers inspired a whole nation. There would be no Panther Party if it was not for Malcolm X. There would be no Lewis Lomax when the word is given, or James Baldwin writing Fire Next Time, or even Alex Haley writing Roots, except for they were affected by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad through Malcolm X or others of his ilk.
And we have to look at the fact that Martin and Malcolm was
39.
Life ain't even start yet.
You ain't even start to figure it out until
it's about. That's what I was about to say. When you really start to become one with the universe, you really start to understand, your purpose in life, and really start to utilize your gifts.
Right.
That's just astounding, man. That's just astounding.
In Islam, they say that you don't even become a man until 40.
Yeah, man. It's single. Somebody said they single. Yes, I'm single. But we're not looking at Izzy. Izzy is like, nah. All right, Miss George, you're gonna have to inbox. What's the name, man? So listen, y'all. I do want to thank my brother for coming up here. Thank you for sharing your wisdom.
No, thank you.
Thank
for having
you.
me.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's a beautiful thing, man, when we can, promote one another. We can, express our love and gratitude for one another. It's just a beautiful thing, man, all the way around, man. I'm happy for you. I'm excited for the book. I'm excited for the movie. I'm excited for the docuseries. They say, man, want for your brother what you want for yourself.
And on that note, I will be there with you on Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. I forgot all about it. So, yeah, good people. We doing 45 minutes today. We have about 8 minutes left. I do want to take this time to talk to my people just a little bit, right? So, this Thursday, it's going to be the Frank Educational Gilmore official announcement press conference here at 135 Monticello at 5:15 p.m. If you want to come down. Please practice social distancing, wear your mask and things of that nature. There's going to be a couple people down here, and you'll get a first glimpse or first listening to, if you will, of my platform, the ideologies, and how I feel about what's going on in the current climate here in Jersey City, namely Ward F. So it is going to be officially official this Thursday at the Educational Gilmore Community Learning Center, 135 Monticello. It's official, y'all. It's going to be official, and this right, all I'm going to say, I'm just going to say this, people. I'm not tooting my own horn or anything. I'm just going to say it's going to be historical. That's all I'm going to say, that it's going to be historical. So if you want to come out, come out. It's not going to be a long press conference, but it's going to be, it's going to be great, man. It's going to be great. So I would like to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank everyone for sharing. Listen, if you want your copies, matter of fact, why don't we do this? The ones that, how many books you brought with you?
I have like 5 or 6 with me.
So the ones that we're going to give away, why don't you autograph those ones now while you're here? And we'll, you know what you got to do to enter the win, people. Share the live, inbox me a number on any 4 of the different platforms from the pages, and we'll get you an autographed copy. We're going to do 4, right?
Yeah,
Let's do 4.
Okay.
We'll do 4. So we're going to give away 4 books, courtesy of your brother, Mr. Ali, and we're going to do 4 books. We're going to give 4 books away, and we're going to give away the autographed copy.
Yes.
The autograph. But also, people, I always urge y'all to support one another, man. So if you want a book that's raffled off, recommend your friend go and purchase it. Recommend your brother, your sister, your mate, someone. Recommend they go and purchase, because we have to start practicing this thing called group economics.
Yeah.
We have to start sharing and spending amongst each other. And don't talk about no discount. The prices are whatever they are. You ever heard of cost of goods sold? Is included in the price. So the prices are what they are. That's one thing about me, man. Whenever I'm supporting my people, I don't ask for no discounts. Whatever the price is, I'm paying that price. I'm paying that price because I'm a business major. I understand cost of goods sold. I understand the raw material that go in the product. I understand intellectual property. I understand that stuff is valuable. I understand the time it takes for people to put into their craft. So I'm not shortchanging people. Whatever the product is what I'm going to pay for. Now, if I get it and it ain't worth what I pay for, that's a different story. But whatever the price is, that's what I'm going to pay for. And that's what I expect you to do, people. So we're going to have the 4 autographed copies. We're going to give them away. I already told you what you have to do to enter to win. Shout out to Khadijah Cook. She won the big Asta oven. Shout out to her. I think next week, I'll be raffling off, some sneakers. Also, people, before I get out of here, somebody hit that share, but before I get out of here, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to choose the students, but I'm going to get about 80 laptops. I'm going to get about 75, 80 laptops, and I'm donating them for free. I'm getting about 75, 80 laptops, and I'm donating them for free. The only requirement is that your child be registered in school. That's the only requirement. The child has to be registered and attending school. That is the only requirement. I don't know exactly how I'm going to give them away. I don't know when I'm going to give them away. But I definitively know, I think it was 80. Shout out to my brother Duquan Sweeney, Royal Man Foundation, who's partnering with me with this initiative. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Tassie, who helped out as well. Thank everyone for their support, man. And listen, we getting it done, people. We are getting it done. So be on the lookout for those laptops. There's some nice laptops too. Those are some nice laptops, man. So again, thank everyone for tuning in. Thank everyone for sharing. Thank you for coming up here, young fella.
Can I get? I just want to tell everybody.
Go ahead, man.
The website, DanielAliWrites.com. DanielAliWrites.com.
Now, how are we spelling rights?
WRITES, the correct way. So
okay.
DanielAliWrites.com. Also, Daniel Ali Writes on IG and D Ali Writes on Facebook as well.
Oh, okay. All right, bro.
Oh, the other thing too, just so you know, people that might want to, we started a little thing about 3 weeks ago that we're calling Loving the Game mini stories.
Okay.
Which is basically me reading excerpts from the book, like to graphics and images and music and stuff. It's kind of dope.
Okay.
And you can check those out on my Facebook or my IG page. In fact, we just had episode 4 premiere tonight at 8 o'clock already. So.
Oh wow, that's dope.
You know, so
that is dope. Out. Wow, the comments are coming in like crazy. We had 60-something comments, 65 comments. I can't see.
You got an I'm proud of you.
Huh?
You got I'm proud of you. You got one of I'm proud of you.
Oh, he got one. I'm proud. Got my sign, and I will send the money. Okay, all right. So we got some people that's trying to buy some. When are you giving them away? We're going to do the drawing next week, and we're going to give them away next week. So please share number. Miss Dupree, I'm proud of you. Please save 2 of them for my nephew. Oh, okay. So all right. So we got a couple. Put the website in the comment. That's what they want you to do. So if you could put, thank you. I appreciate that, Deborah. Yeah, so just put the website right there. So because it's easier, people would be able to just click on it and then like there. Definitely autograph my copy. Oh, so wait, we got some people that want to buy. We got some people that want to buy some, and then we got some we raffling off. All right. Okay. You ain't taking those. Are you? Everything is online. You're not doing no personal.
But we can. We can, because I can, like, and if you don't mind, we can, I can drop off copies here, and but we can talk about that.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah,
so
to make it easier,
the website is in there. If you want to purchase them directly from my brother Ali, contact me. We'll set it up. Let's just make it easy. I like Kim. Keep it simple, stupid. You know what I mean? Oh, I said Kim. I meant to say Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Again, I love you good people. We have come to the conclusion of the community show with Educational Gilmore. On that note, your brother Educational Gilmore, and I'm gone. Be great on purpose, people. I love y'all.
Thank you.